happen in the future, and the present. Time is a movement from here, physically from here to that place. From one point to another point, a movement from one point to another point requires time. To learn a language requires time. To learn any form of technique requires time. But when we think about the future, what might happen? I have a job, I might lose it. My wife might run away, leave me. Future. So is time, we are talking of not physical time, sunrise, sunset, movement of the watch, clock, chronological time, but we are talking about psychological time. I am, I shall be, and I might not be. So, is time a factor of fear? Just if it is not how to stop time, you can't stop time. But to observe it first, we'll go into it. But first, observe the fact that one of the factors of fear is time. Actually, I'm afraid of death. That's in the future. So, is time a factor of fear? Obviously, it is. Then, is thought a factor of fear? You understand all this? We said there are various contributory causes of fear. Comparison, imitation, identification. And this act of becoming to something else. I am this, I must be that. And I may not be that, ever. And is time a factor in the movement of fear? Obviously it is. There is a distance between now the living and the dying, a distance from this point to that point. To move from this point to that point is fear, right? Time is fear. So, next we are asking, is thought fear? It's very important to find out. Is thought the root of fear? Time is the root of fear, obviously, as comparison and so on. And is thought also the root of fear? So, is not time and thought, are they not together? Are you following all? Is this getting too complicated? Are you getting tired? Well, it's up to you. We're not trying to convince you of anything. We're not trying to ask you to follow the speaker. The speaker is you. The speaker is only pointing out the nature of fear. If you don't see it for yourself, either your mind is dull because you have drunk too much last night, smoked too much, indulged in various forms of entertainment, sexual or otherwise. So your mind, your capacity, your energy is lacking. Therefore you just listen. There's a form of verbal entertainment which will not affect your life. But if you're serious, if your brain is active, not just romantically watching the trees and, playing with words. If you're really demanding to find out, then you have to apply. Application means looking at it actually now. Probably sitting here quietly under the trees, you may not be afraid. But there is the fear is going on unconsciously, deeply, whether you are aware of it or not now. So we have said, time, becoming, comparison with all the implications of them are the factors of fear. And we're asking now whether thought itself is not one of the factors, or perhaps the very major factor of fear. What is then thought? Thought compares. Thought imitates. Thought says, I am this, I must be that. I must fulfill, I must identify myself, I must be something. It's all the movement of thought. And thought itself may be disorder. We are inquiring, please go into it. We are not denying that thought must be controlled. We are not trying to point out. See that thought may be one of the probably major factor of fear. I was healthy last year and I am not this year, but I hope to be perfect health next year. There's in that movement the thinking about the pain of last year, hoping not to be this in the future, is the movement of fear, thought. Right? So what is thought? Not can thought ever not stop and let nature take its own course. But we are inquiring into what is thought, what is thinking. There are several factors in that too. Just look at it simply. When you're asked your name, you respond immediately.